Welcome to Italy.
On today's video, I'm in Puglia, in the south of Italy. It is one of the most beautiful locations I've ever been to. And on this video, I am taking my wife on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We're gonna be eating a lot of food. It's gonna be expensive. I just hope I don't disappoint her or my wallet.
So that right there is rated one of the top 10 restaurants in the world, everybody. Obviously, it's gonna be quite pricey, but that's where we're going tonight.
The restaurant is built inside of a natural cave. If you're able to take a boat ride, you go right into the cave system.
So here's inside of the cave, everybody. Wow, beautiful. Now that is something you don't see every day. Then up there is the restaurant. I'll see you tonight.
If you take a look at the coast, there will be a lot of different caves. Some are much more beautiful than others. And if you ever watched cliff diving on TV, most likely you have seen it from here. That's where the Red Bulls competitions are. And even though that is a competitive sport, this place is quite romantic.
So we got a beautiful couple getting married all the way up there, everybody taking pictures. Maybe I should repropose to the wife, huh? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.
I would love to hear your feedback on that, because now it was time to enjoy the restaurant. And upon arrival, you gotta go down some sketchy stairs. And on the second floor down, you are greeted with the most incredible view. No wonder why it made the top 10 list. It does not matter where you are seated, it always has a beautiful view. But there's one thing that is quite annoying.
This is an expensive restaurant, everybody. But how is the food? You know what I mean? So minimum $200 per person. That's a hefty amount. There's live music playing. You're right next to the ocean. It's very romantic. I got my lovely wife over here. Say something nice. She's camera shy.
So once we got the menu, the first thing we decided to order was some scallops and pasta. This arrived first. 3 small scallops with a tiny bit of caviar. And the sear on the scallop was not the best.
Look at the amount of caviar that they gave you. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's try this. Don't have much of a reaction for you.
Not only did it taste like an old scallop, the sear was not great, there was very little seasoning, and just a total nightmare. But we were really looking forward to the pasta, and it was a cacio pepe ravioli. You get very little food that is expected. A tiny ravioli with a little bit of prawn, some sauce, and black pepper. Because even though it looked okay, it's all about the taste.
All right, let's try this ravioli. Let's see, cacio pepe ravioli. It's cold, but it's not bad.
It was ice cold, the flavor was extremely mild, and of course very little amount of food. It was not one of the best, but I asked my wife for her rating.
It's a solid 8.
4 out of 10. Maybe 3 out of 10, I'm not kidding. Maybe I'm just thinking of how much I have to pay the bill. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about, and I'm being extremely critical. And this music on the top is so annoying. Not a 10 out of 10, not at all.
For the main course, if they put Wagyu on the menu, you know I have to order it.
Wow, they give you 3 little pieces of Wagyu. That's crazy.
It has a leaf on top.
And it has a leaf on top. Make it more expensive. Cheers. The sauce masks the flavor quite a bit, but it is good. It's good. I mean, it has a nice crust. They put a generous amount of sauce in there. You have the caviar as well. If you think I'm going to trash it and say it's bad, it's not bad, everybody. I mean, you start with good quality beef, you're going to end up with a good product, you know? It's not A5. I would say it's probably an A4 or an A3, but overall, it's okay.
I was honestly expecting a steak. I have no idea what I was thinking because I'm in a fine dine setting. 3 little pieces of steak like this is not a main course. That is just insane. And yeah, we were still quite hungry. And the next thing we decided to order was the risotto.
Here's the risotto. I didn't expect it to be that color, but here we are. It smells extremely powerful because they have gorgonzola cheese right here. Cheers. Here's the deal. I might be a little bit biased, but I'm a huge lover of risotto, and I do not hate this.
It is beets risotto. It actually had a floral taste. If you ever tasted saffron, you know what I'm talking about. They put a very funky gorgonzola cheese right on top.
But I want to try with the stinky cheese. Oh, with the stinky feet, it tastes like Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's terrible.
Whoever thought of putting that stinky cheese on top of this risotto should be in jail. Italians say that we can never break pasta, and I agree. This one should be a crime against risotto. It was not good at all.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's terrible. I'm a beets lover. I love beets.
That's horrible. That's bad.
What does it taste like?
Bad.
Bad. It's just bad, everybody. It's not good.
The prawns were good. Yeah.
You like the ravioli?
Yeah, that one was good. It was sweet. It was nice. It was creamy. This is bad.
And the Wagyu?
No.
She won't even try the Wagyu, everybody. But, I mean, that's our honest review here on this risotto.
At this point, we had several different dishes. I was expecting to pay a lot of money for it. Even though we ate all of these different things, I can't believe we were still starving. So my wife asked for the menu and ordered an additional item, hoping that it was going to be better because that had meat.
So what happened was my wife really liked the previous one, and unfortunately I ate it. So I ordered her another one, and I hope she likes it.
And upon arrival, you see a lot of truffle, but where's the meat? It's all the way on the bottom. It is a beef raviolo from their menu. Now it did came with a lot of truffles, but before my wife took her first bite, I had to make sure that it was good.
This is for her, but first I'm gonna try it. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's so bad. It's supposed to be beef.
She didn't believe me, and after she took a bite,
Like old baby food.
It tastes like old baby food. That's a good description. It's mushy.
It's flavorful, but the flavor is not it.
That is the perfect description. Babe, try one more time.
No.
It was for you. It's your dinner.
No. I mean, it gets a 7
A 7.
because look at the view.
With the food?
No, a -3. I mean, the view, the place. I mean, this is nice. Don't order a lot. Just order one plate.
You can't. You gotta order a minimum of 3, remember? 200 euros minimum.
Yeah, that's right.
She liked the place. It looks beautiful. It's romantic. But the food is...
Not it.
We're still very hungry, believe it or not, even though I'm spending a ridiculous amount of money. We're gonna go to a very inexpensive trattoria right now. Just got the bill. 520 euros.
pretty much one of the most expensive restaurants I've ever been to. And even though we were still starving, whenever you're in Italy, that's not okay. So we went ahead and ordered some simple pastas, and here's what happened. The very first one is cacio e pepe, made with just a few ingredients: pasta, water, pecorino cheese, and black pepper.
I want to cry. My God. This is so good. It has that hint of black pepper. It's on a whole nother level. It's just so creamy, so simple. I can eat this all day, every day, for the rest of my life.
Next up, carbonara, maybe one of the most popular Roman pastas in the world.
Oh, that is good. So creamy, savory. Everything's coated with the guanciale. The crispiness of these little bits right here is just amazing. So creamy, gooey, cheesy. Wow. Goes to show you that very first restaurant I went to might be pretty, but if you're looking for good food, don't need to spend a lot of money in Italy. Wow. Was it worth it? I know you're all asking me that. Here's what I'll say. If you are looking for a beautiful location to spend it with your loved one, then maybe yes. But if you're looking to impress with the food, definitely do not come here. You will be disappointed. But am I happy that I brought my wife here and experienced it with her? Yes.
Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me, because even though this was an expensive experience, the fact that I shared it with my loved one made it worth it.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks Dow Strong for sponsoring this video.
If you ever watch any of my videos and you see the comments below, 99% of the people think that we eat this every day. It is a $1,000 steak, a Japanese Wagyu A5. Today I'm going to show you what we normally eat on a daily basis. And I'll tell you one thing, it will give this a run for its money. Everything starts off with the best part of the chicken thighs. We want to cut it in nice 1-inch pieces. And the reason for that is so that it cooks evenly. And remember, thighs are way better than breast.
Yes, sir!
You want to chop up some onions real fine in small little dices. You want to use a nice large pan. It can be non-stick if you like, but this one will get a better crust on the chicken. Now the whole deal with this recipe is that it's affordable, so we're using cheap oil. Yes, Reality is we don't use Wagyu fat all the time, everybody. So we want to coat the pan really nice with a good amount of oil. And we want to get this pan nice and hot. Add your chicken in there. Notice that I'm making a good amount, everybody, and there's a good reason. This is really addicting and really delicious. Now notice that I did not put any season whatsoever right now. We just want to get a nice golden brown color on this chicken. As you guys can see, I'm starting to get a little bit of color. That's exactly what I'm looking for, as now it's time to add the onions. Now I want you to notice the amount of onions I'm adding. Even if you don't enjoy onions, trust me on this one. In the end, you will barely feel it. Now we want to stir it until we get color on everything. We're just like frying all of the ingredients together. I want you to see one thing, everybody. On the bottom over here, we're getting a little bit of fun. You really want to scrape this off. You don't want to let that burn. That tastes delicious, and it makes this dish really nice. I hope you guys can see this well because we're starting to get a nice color. I'm constantly stirring, and I know what you're thinking. It doesn't look very appetizing right now, but we're just trying to develop flavor on top of flavor. This dish is requested by my family all the time. By the way, if there's Brazilians out there, they're gonna say this is not traditional. Yes, it's not traditional. It's my version. Next up, Worcestershire sauce. Oh, a good amount. I don't measure, everybody. I just throw it in until it starts changing color. That should be enough. Right now, I'm under medium heat, developing more color, more flavor, and there's still zero seasoning. Constantly stirring and making sure that those onions are completely dissolved. That's all I'm looking for right now because the chicken is fully cooked. And that's one of the reasons I don't like to use chicken breast for this. If not, it will be too dry. I hope you guys can see that color. This is what I'm looking for. Now I season it. Really good. Salt first, black pepper. You can use fresh garlic, but garlic paste makes the job easier. And this recipe, it's all about making it easy. Use garlic paste, everybody. Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Strong. Everyone knows I love Strong knives. I love them so much that I've decorated 2 studios with them. I'm a huge fan of the high quality materials, razor sharp steel, and beautiful designs. But today we're going to talk about their newest series, Strong Spartan Ghost series. Just take a look at these knives. Wow. Absolutely stunning. They have Japanese laser knife geometry, creating an extremely sharp blade. American powder steel, which stays sharper for longer. And it's way more durable than non-powder steels. They have a diamond-like coating, which helps prevent corrosion that is typical for other powder steels. They also have a D-shaped handle for tactile feedback and precision. All of that plus a cool leather sheath. I have every single Strong knife that they ever made. And this series here not only impressed me, but honestly, this is my favorite series. It makes you look like a Spartan, if you know what I mean. Go get yours now before they run out. Links will be on the description. Thank you, Strong, for sponsoring this video and making this awesome series. But now let's get right back to it. Now that we're almost there with color, let's taste it for seasoning. Oh, tastes good already, just as is. Next up, a marinara. You can use any one you like. If you wanted to do it from scratch, you can. In Brazil, a lot of people even use ketchup. I don't like it with ketchup. I like it better with marinara sauce. Add the whole thing in. Now we mix. Bring the heat back up, not too high, under medium high. Now the next important ingredient is this one here. You can use heavy cream, you can use cream cheese, but it will never be the same. If you are unfamiliar with table cream, let me show you what it looks like. Now a lot of times there's some water on the bottom. That I like to strain it. Now we add that in. Now you might be asking, how much should I add? I look for color, honestly. You see, this color right now is a little bit too red. So I'm gonna add some more. Wow, this is the color I'm looking for, everybody. Now this next part is very important, and you're gonna taste for seasoning, and you wanna taste more the sauce than the actual chicken. This needs a little bit more of salt. Mix, mix, mix. Make sure you clean your spoon. Taste it once again. We're getting there, little by little. Don't add too much right away because you can mess it up. Mix a little bit more. Money. And here's how I like to serve it. Pair this up with a good amount of white rice, some shoestring potatoes, and it's done. It is as simple as that, everybody. It is family meal style. It's not fancy. It is not expensive. It was made to save money and feed your family well.
Oh, I'm gonna eat well today. It tastes delicious and incredible.
This is like one of the most savory meals that I've eaten.
So much texture on this. You have that creaminess from the actual sauce. You have that chicken, nice fluffy rice, plus that crunch from the potato sticks. Full of flavor, full of texture, and an incredible dish. I love this.
I love how Leo keeps talking and we just keep eating.
I got things to do, Leo.
This is why we eat this all the time, guys. It's so easy to do, and it's so freaking amazing.
You guys gotta try this one just to understand how good it actually is. And it's actually one of those very simple to make recipes.
It is as easy as it gets. You don't need a lot of ingredients. Like I said, it's my version. It's not the traditional version, but my version is just better. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see more recipes like this, that it's nice, home, simple made, that we actually eat during our normal days. We'll make some more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. And if you want the written recipe for this and many more other stuff, everything is on my book, everybody. Make it, you won't regret it. Take care. Bye-bye.
On today's video, I'm gonna show you a burger that I've never seen before. It absolutely blew my mind. But even though it looked fantastic, does it taste as good as it looks? Well, we're about to find out, because this is how it was made. Everything starts off as a regular burger. And for this specific burger, if you want to give it a try, I highly recommend weighing your balls. Just aim it for about 2.5 ounces each. And another thing you definitely want to do is make sure you make plenty. The more balls, the better. The next thing we want to do is to make a regular smash burger. And here's the deal. If you've never made a smash burger before, it's quite simple. You want to make sure that you get your griddle extremely hot. If not, you're already doing it wrong. Then place a parchment paper on top and immediately smash. Then you want to quickly season it with salt and pepper. And as soon as juices starts coming on the top, you know it's time to flip. As soon as you have done that, immediately put in some American cheese. Cover it up so that it can melt. Place one patty on top of the other. Obviously, don't forget to toast your buns, because to build, it's pretty simple. Place both patties right on top of the toasted bun, followed by the top with a good amount of burger sauce. Now that is as simple as it gets, and it is delicious. But to make this crazy burger, we're gonna have to take it up a notch. So I went ahead and made a bunch of these burgers, exactly the same, as now we gotta use our special ingredient, and that would be this cornflake cereal. You gotta make sure that this one is unsweetened, because trust me, you don't want a sweet burger. The next thing to do is to go ahead and prepare the batter. And for that, I highly recommend using this. It's a tempura batter that comes all ready for you. You just want to follow the instructions in the bag, mix that up real good, and to add some color, I went ahead and added some turmeric. Mix that up real good, and there we have it. Now the next step is pretty straightforward. You gotta get your hamburgers fully cooked, then dunk it in the tempura batter, followed by the corn flakes. Make sure to add a generous amount. You really want them to stick nicely to the burger. As once done, take a look. They are now ready to be fried. Talking about that, you want to do something that is called a flash fry. For that, I set the oil at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, everything is fully cooked, even the cereal, so don't do it for too long. If not, you're gonna burn it. Once you got a nice beautiful golden brown color, it's done. Now I know exactly what you're thinking. Is this gonna be a good burger, or is this a heart attack on a bun? Well, I can tell you one thing, friends. I cannot wait to find out if this is actually better than the burger that changed my life. Because now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat. So let's do it.
Before the tasting, I want to give you guys a quick reminder that all of my products are now available at Walmart. We got the Burger Smasher, the one-of-a-kind griddle, the marinating container, and the grill brush to keep your grill nice and clean. All products are exclusively available at every Walmart, also at walmart.com. But enough talking, now the taste test. All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful burgers, gentlemen. What do you guys think, huh?
That's a burger?
Yeah, that's a burger. What kind of reaction is that?
It doesn't look like a burger. It looked like something.
Oh, I'm sorry, Guga. I didn't know that burgers look like this now.
Yeah, man. It's a nice crusty burger. I mean, take a look at this crust.
This is a burger.
Yes.
That is an experiment.
No.
Straight up.
He's right about that, that's for sure.
So what this is just this and then deep fried with cornflakes. Come on now. Tell me that don't sound good.
It doesn't
It
sound
sounds
bad.
good, but it sounds super unhealthy.
Oh, you're going to have a burger and you want it to be healthy?
I mean, it's...
Are you serious?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I want to know honest opinion if it's better than this one here or not. So for that reason, we'll begin here. Dig in. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I still love it.
That sauce is so good.
There's no reason for you to mess this up, everybody. This is so easy to make, so delicious, go to. Leo's just laughing.
I'm laughing because you say, it's so perfect, don't mess it up, and then what is that?
Yeah.
What is that? But to your point, this is an absolutely amazing burger, guys. The crispy edges, the cheese, the sauce, the soft, perfectly toasted buns. I mean, there is not a damn thing wrong about this burger.
There's something to be said about smash burgers. burgers. I mean, that's the whole reason you went off and made some tools just to make more. Having that thin patty with that crust is just too good.
I had this before. We all had it. We still love it. Like there's no tomorrow, but I cannot wait for that. Can we try that?
I think I can wait for that.
You can wait for that? You're not excited to try it?
Ooh, it looks weird. What is that?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't smell bad at all.
This is very crispy.
Very crispy. You hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear it. A burger normally don't sound like that, everybody. Doesn't sound like that, okay? I'm just worried about if it's gonna cut the roof of my mouth. So this is one of those burgers that we like to say, proceed with caution. With that being said, give me your honest opinion on this one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Wow.
Yo, that's amazing.
Oh my God, that's good.
That is amazing, everybody.
I'm going for another bite.
Wow.
It's a mouthful of crunch. As soon as you start, it's just...
That's a 10 out of 10. We'll highly recommend. Don't show this video to your doctor.
At all.
It's totally fine. You shouldn't do it all the time, but you should do it at least once. You gotta experience this here. I'm telling you. What do you think?
It's freaking delicious,
I know.
is what I think. The outside is so crispy, so crunchy, but the inside is so juicy and cheesy and flavorful. I mean, I'm so blown away by the amount of flavor and texture that this has. It's crazy.
What I like is that the bread actually smushes while you bite, so there's a little bit of softness. And then you still have that crunch right on the outside layer, so it's like soft but crunchy, and then right on the inside you got the gooey cheese.
So good. This is so unique that I'm gonna say it. I don't care what you guys said, but it's actually better than this burger here because it's so different, everybody. Yeah. You shouldn't have it every day. It's obvious, but if you want to experience something new, I highly recommend you give this a try. It's fantastic, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
I don't care how unhealthy this is. I think I'm about to finish this whole thing.
There is so delicious. Welcome to Italy, everybody. When you think about Italy, you think about the Colosseum, the Vatican. You know what I think about? Food. Oh, yes.
As you know, Italy has one of the most iconic foods in the world. You love pasta, you love pizza, but from north to south, there's a lot more than just that in Italy. And on today's video, I'll be covering some that you've seen before, but others will be a complete surprise as it was to me. You're going to be seeing some foods you've never heard of before. And we're going to start off with the most important meal of the day, breakfast.
So apparently Italians eat very different than us, especially breakfast. In the United States, we eat, bacon and eggs. What do Italians eat for breakfast?
No, in Italy, no eggs and bacon. Only croissant, cappuccino, super easy.
Okay.
You'll see now.
Grazie.
And that's the Italian breakfast.
Oh, that's so good. Wow, it's delicious.
Now that is called caffè speciale. It is amaretto, which is an Italian liquor, cappuccino, lemon zest, and whipped cream. Mix that whole thing up together and serve it to the customer, and it is delicious. It tastes like a very mild Baileys. Now the croissant is quite different.
Check out what they have inside, everybody. It's like a cream. That looks crazy good.
This croissant is super flaky, but what makes it for me is the cream inside. It tasted similar to creme brulee, and I could eat 1,000 of these.
This is very dangerous, Vito, because you can eat a lot of them.
I know.
And that is an Italian breakfast. An alcoholic drink with coffee and an incredible croissant. Totally different than what we have in the US. But I'll be honest with you, I did miss some crispy bacon. But no problem, because what's coming up next was gonna take all of my cravings away.
So right now we are in the Mercato Centrale in Florence.
This place has a lot of different things, including small little bites. And even though it's quite crowded, the first thing I wanted to try was a sandwich. A porchetta sandwich.
Cheers.
Now that was a reaction I was not expecting, because this is actually what the sandwich looks like. I mean, you can clearly see that we got a crispy bun. It is hollow inside, but take a look at this porchetta. Even though it looks like it has a lot of flavor with spices, this thing is as dry as the Sahara Desert. I was not expecting that bite at all. Whenever you make pork, it has to be juicy. It has fat for a reason. But I mean, take a look at it. When you give me something like this, you're gonna get a reaction.
Oh man, dry. The bread is like a rock. He didn't even warm up the sandwich for me. He just got one that has been sitting there for a while and just gave it to me. What a disappointment.
That was not pleasant. but I quickly cheered up as soon as I saw this. It is one of the things that you will find it everywhere in Rome. Now the interesting thing is that each place has their own different toppings. And the best part is that you can order everything by the slice. Get as much as you want or as little as you want. Every single one of them look more appetizing than the other. So I went ahead and ordered a full tray. And he does heat everything up for you right before you're eating it. And as you can see, these were my top picks.
So this one right here has ham, stracciatella, and obviously the beautiful bread on the bottom. Oh my God, that's good. I mean, how can you go wrong with ham, cheese, and bread? You can. But this place does warm up the bread, so it makes the bread nice, hot, and crunchy. That's so good, man. Wow. This caramelized onion and stracciatella really caught my attention, everybody. Take a look at that. That looks phenomenal. Sweet, savory, crunchy bread. Pretty sure they put a lot of olive oil right here, or they fried the whole onions on olive oil. And then lastly, we have this one right here with some peppers, some cheese, and that beautiful bread on the bottom. I don't think this one can beat the other two. Yeah, I mean, it's good, but roasted pepper and cheese. This caramelized onion ones is a whole nother level.
Now even though the other two was fantastic, this one looked a lot better on the shelf because it's just roasted tomatoes and cheese. And the taste was definitely not my favorite. That's why I went ahead and chose one of the most iconic street foods in Italy. This is arancini, a rice ball that has several different fillings. It's a must-have when you're there.
So arancini is basically an outer crust of rice. They put some different types of fillings, then they bread the whole thing and deep fry it and serve it to you. Oh wow. It's just cheesy, gooey, hammy goodness. And the fried rice on the outer exterior, it's amazing. That cheese hanging out, it's on a whole nother level. Street food at its finest.
Oh yeah, that arancini was on a whole nother level. Same thing goes for the Italian breakfast and all of those iconic breads, you can find it everywhere. But then I decided to hit up Naples. In Italy, they call it Napoli. It is the pizza capital of the world. And even though I really wanted to eat pizza, this happened.
All right.
Now you're probably wondering how I got here. Well, this is one of the most popular things you see everywhere. It's a lemonade, but unlike any other ones you've ever seen before.
So he cuts up the lemon, put the lemon directly on the juicer, just like that. Juice the lemon, put the lemon juice in there. Oh, Vito. All right. Oh, it's sour, lemony, cold, delicious, and a mess. Welcome to Naples. Woo! Good job.
That was a Sicilian lemonade made with freshly squeezed lemon, a little bit of sparkling water, and to blow the whole thing up, they add a spoon of baking soda. And you gotta drink it quickly. And most importantly, make sure you spread your legs. But after eating all of those carbs and washing it down with this acidic drink, it was time to eat some protein. And we found the right spot.
Buongiorno. Piacere, Jenny.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so he's gonna make me his special.
Voila.
Starting with
My
mortadella.
cup mortadella.
Wow.
Voila. Come on.
Yes. And then here. Oh wow, it goes in the cup. Amazing. Okay.
Pesto sauce basil.
Wow. Oh, he coats the whole thing with it.
Buffalo mozzarella.
Oh wow, he has a pool of mozzarella.
This is no fish. This is buffalo mozzarella. No fish. Buffalo mozzarella.
It looks like a fish tank of mozzarella. Wow, that's crazy.
Et voila.
And then he sliced it all up.
Voila.
Wow. Goes in the cup.
Another mortadella.
Wow. That looks insane.
Wow. E per finire, di
And
nuovo pesto di basilico.
oh my
E
God.
Voila.
Are you kidding me? Chef.
My favorite cup. The
Oh
best
my
one.
God. Take a look
Wow.
at this. Thank you, chef.
Thank you. Enjoy, man.
Wow. You know, sometimes you try certain things and it leaves you speechless. I mean, it's just good quality ingredients. Mozzarella is phenomenal. Did you guys see the pool of mozzarella that he has? 10 out of 10. This just hits different. Wow, that's crazy. Now it's time for a sandwich.
Ecco, taglio il mio mega sfilatino per il magnifico, famoso e popolare panino San Gennaro, fatto con pesto di basilico alla base. Voilà, pomodoro San Marzano, lo vado a tagliare. E voilà. Ovviamente lo condiamo con sale e olio. Voilà. Magnifica mozzarella di bufala che non può mai mancare. E voilà. Aspetta.
Well, this is after the sandwich, everybody.
Non può mai mancare la mia mozzarella di bufala. Voilà. Wow, eccola qui. Mortadella. Come on, come on, come on.
Fresh one.
Oh.
Wow, a generous amount. Unbelievable. Wow, good job.
Tutto
That is
marinazzo.
unbelievable sandwich. Are you kidding me? You ready to try that one, Vito?
Oh my god. Wow.
Take a look at that. Cheers. Wow. Very delicious sandwich. You guys just saw the whole experience there, everybody. What really comes through on this one is the pesto sauce. I'll be honest, this sandwich is gonna be hard to beat. One of my favorite things to eat is mortadella, so this one's gonna be hard. Fresh ingredients. Wow, amazing. Wow. So right now we're gonna try the pizza portafolio, also known as a wallet pizza, everybody. Grab the pizza, fold the whole thing up, just like that, and give it to you. There you go. Oh, we got the pizza, Vito. Open the pizza, Vito. What a mess, huh? Almost seems like they don't respect the pizza, Vito. Pizza portafolio. I mean, honestly,
Guga, what do you want? It's street food, you know what I mean? That's why they call it pizza portafolio.
That right there is equal to Little Caesar that we have here in the United States. It wasn't a good pizza, but it's cheap. You grab it on the go and move on to the next best thing, which for me is going to be this, affogato. Now, if you are unfamiliar with it, let me explain. It's made with fresh coffee, but notice there's something different in this cup. There are a few variations, but the most traditional is with vanilla ice cream.
so that right there is the first gelateria here in Florence. The affogato is basically ice cream with freshly made coffee. I'm a coffee lover. I love gelato. I never had it. I've heard a lot about it. I think it's going to be a sweet, sweet breakfast. So all of the good stuff, there's always a line, big line. So what is the affogato? Ice cream?
Yes.
I ordered 3 of them and it was 29 euros, but I also got 2 small little croissants. But apparently, you're supposed to scoop it out the ice cream and oh, it's good. Oh, it's delicious. Wow. So it's slightly sweet. It's ice cream and coffee, everybody. You can imagine how this tastes. Wonderful coffee flavor. Come on, man. Almost looks like butter. Once the ice cream has completely melted, it's a little bit too sweet for me, but it's very good.
If you are a sweet lover, you're gonna love affogato. But after that delicious sugar rush, it was time to try something savory. And there was one sandwich that was in my bucket list, made by this master. He is not only charismatic, but also him and I have something in common, and all his other chefs as well. Now for this sandwich,
Ok Guga, questi sono gli ingredienti per il nostro panino al polpo, the best one.
For this sandwich, he first warms up the octopus on a pan, slices up his homemade bread, adds some green, a tiny bit of olive oil, roasted bell peppers, a monster burrata, followed by that beautiful beautiful octopus. Now that is a sandwich I can eat all day, every day.
Wow. Mamma mia.
Best sandwich of octopus in Bali. Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
The name is Pulp.
The only thing left to do was slice it up so that we can share.
Oh my God. Wow.
Bravo, bravo.
Cheers, my friend. Wow.
It's great.
It's so tender, the octopus, everybody. Wow, that is delicious. I understand why this place is extremely popular. There's a line outside all the time. They have some incredible food here. It's juicy. The burrata is incredible. The bread on the top right here, 90%.
It's soft and crunchy at the same time.
And something crunchy at the same time.
But Master Chicho was not done yet, because he wanted to show me one of his specialties. And the way it's made blew my mind. He first opens up a pizza dough, adds a tiny bit of sauce, followed by shredded beef cheek, Parmigiano Reggiano, a good quality olive oil, a whole burrata goes right on top, close the whole thing up, put some Ritz cracker on the bottom, and deep fry the whole thing. Now this is a mad scientist just like me. The final shot is to slice it out. And when he does, oh boy, take a look at that. Juicy, crispy pastry, a little bit of meat inside. Now that is creativity at its best.
Oh, with the burrata inside. Oh, cheers.
I'm gonna keep this one real short because I actually did it as a side dish on my main channel. That will be coming real shortly.
That is amazing. Finger looking good. It is hot though, very, very hot.
My next stop, Mercato Centrale in Rome. Now they have a lot of different things here, including pastry, cannolis, Roman pizzas, and even this sandwich that instead of having a bun, they deep fry cheese.
The famous bistecca florentina. Wow, they have quite a bit. And it's gaining it down over there. Wow, look at the size of that bistecca florentina. Maybe I should have some. There's one thing here that caught my attention, and it doesn't even look like a steak, but it looks like a filet mignon. I think it has meat glue.
Meat glue is an enzyme that allows meat to glue together and deceiving you to buy a more expensive steak. This is not a filet mignon, but definitely looks like one. But let's get back to eating. Next up, maybe one of the most popular street foods in Italy. Not only can you find it everywhere, but supposedly it is delicious, and it's called supli.
They have actually quite a few of them. We have cacio pepe, carbonara, pomodoro. I think I'm gonna get a few of them, everybody. I gotta see how good this thing actually is.
So supli is a rice ball, basically a risotto rice that is cooked in different flavors. Then it's deep fried with a crunchy crust. This first one I'm trying out is carbonara.
There's a piece of guanciale right there. I thought it was going to be super creamy, but it's really, really not. And I thought it was going to be cheesy, gooey. This one specifically is a little bit dry, and the rice is kind of like al dente. Not my favorite. This is the supli of cacio pepe, one of my favorite pastas. Oh, this one seems a lot cheesier than the previous one. Ah. Oh wow, this one is so much more superior than the previous one. I like this one a lot.
So with that experience, I learned a few things about supli. They are not created equal. Having the rice al dente is not a good thing. And you definitely want to make sure that it's nice and moist inside. Adding cheese definitely helps. Because the next thing I wanted to try is going to be really moist.
What do you put in there? Chicken and cream?
Chicken. No cream. In Italian we don't use
Come on, no heavy cream.
In Italy we don't use cream.
Okay, no cream. Grazie. This is trapezzino. Now the guy obviously got completely offended. I don't mean anything bad by it, but check it out. This is what it looks like. Basically a pizza with a good amount of filling. And I love that it has protein and chicken. All right. Holy sh**. That tastes 10 times better than it looks, everybody. Doesn't look great, I'll be honest with you. Looks like they just threw together some chicken, put a little bit of stock, and call it a day. But that is not the case. I was not expecting this to be this good. I take everything back what I said about the creaminess. There's no cream here at all. I understand now why he got offended, and rightfully so.
Never offend an Italian. They might come back to haunt you. And if you go to Italy, you must have gelato.
So it is super hot. We're going to get some gelato.
Made with several different flavors. It's a creamy, cold, sweet treat that you must have. We just call it ice cream.
Thank you so much. Wow, that is huge.
non lo so.
Gelato is so creamy.
Hello.
They make it so fast. I love the way that she swirls everything and just
Can
put
I
it on
taste the
top.
gelato?
I understand why it's so popular because it's so good. Gotta take a break from the pasta, yeah.
You enjoy the gelato?
Why
You
is
already
it so
finished the
good?
gelato.
We don't play around, Vito. We're serious.
I saw that. My
Yes.
gosh.
I just love Italy. Everything I ate was incredible, except one thing, and you already know which one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite. Make sure to subscribe because there will be more, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Japan, for a lot of people, is considered the food capital of the world. There's a reason why millions of people visit it every year. I'm no different. I was there for a whole month. On today's video, I'm going to share with you everything I ate on the street. And the very first one might sound very weird, but it caught my attention. It was a meat ice cream.
So this shop have WAGYU ice cream. Yes, please. They also have cutlets, which we're definitely gonna get. And this place also had Wagyu sushi. And you know, if they put Wagyu sushi on the menu, this guy is gonna order it. Let me have one of this one. And then one. Okay. Over here, she's just torching it, and I believe she's gonna put it on top of some rice. Every time I see that, I gotta have it, everybody. Come on now. A little bit of sauce, some wasabi. Oh, let's try this first. Oh, yeah, hit by that wasabi right away. Even though it's raw and rare, still good. It's slightly chewy. That sauce gives a nice umami flavor. Overall, it's Wagyu and rice, everybody. I think this makes it taste better. Yep, that was a Japanese beer, everybody. It made that Wagyu sushi taste better because I'll tell you right now, it was not the best quality sushi Wagyu I had. Okay, I'm ready for the ice cream. I don't think it's ice cream underneath though. I believe it's mashed potatoes. I think I gotta eat it with a chopstick. You know what? No. Oh wow, the mashed potato is super flavorful. They are both cold. That sauce on top is fantastic. Even the parsley is good. Best ice cream I ever had in my life. So yeah, to my surprise, that was not what I expected. And even though I thought it was gonna be Wagyu, it was actually roast beef. And that sauce that you saw is a bechamel sauce. I gotta be honest, everybody, even though it was cold, it was fantastic. But the cone on the bottom, I didn't even eat it. That was not enjoyable. It was just like eating styrofoam. Not the best. But this next one, lastly, we got the cutlet. Looks incredible. Very beefy, extremely flavorful, nice crispy outer skin. Man, that's amazing. These cutlets are sold everywhere in Japan, but what makes it really delicious is the outer crust and crispiness with the juicy interior of beef inside. But if you ask me, Guga, which one is your favorite? The ice cream. That is phenomenal. Yep, I can't believe it, everybody. That ice cream was on a whole nother level. It was delicious. And I might even do it my version. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see it. One of the spots I definitely wanted to check out is this guy. He's a master at work, everybody. Look at all the smoke, everything going on. And he's smoking tuna. I mean, I gotta try it. This guy is working with a torch like I do. The torch man.
I will do my best forever. Where you come from?
Miami.
Miami. Arigato. Yeah.
Oh, he wants to go to the bathroom. Yes. What a character. You can smell the smoke. You can feel the atmosphere. This guy is awesome. You are very good chef.
Wow, thank you.
Very good chef.
Do my best.
So unfortunately, they're done for the day, everybody. I'm not able to order anymore. They don't have any more room. So maybe next time. Yeah, to say I was disappointed, everybody, is an understatement. And the fact that they were completely sold out should tell you something. And I'll be honest with you, I was thinking about asking people to let me try from their plate. But then my wife was like, do not do that. Don't you embarrass me. And you know what they say? Happy wife, happy life. So that right there is the most famous mochi place in Japan. If you ever seen the guys going viral, pounding the mochi like there's no tomorrow, it's right there. And they're gonna have a show at around 12:45. Hopefully we're gonna get to catch it. That's the man of the hour. That literally lasted about 10 seconds, everybody. It's super quick. He does not play around. And what's funny is they keep this door completely closed. There's a lot of people and you don't have a lot of space. They just want to sell. They just smacked it really quickly. The mochi was pretty much ready already. So hear me out, everybody. I was staying in Kyoto and we took an hour train to get to Nara, which is where this mochi thing was, all expecting that we were going to have a nice, incredible show. And I thought it was going to last a while, but it literally lasts 10 seconds. And if you are thinking about going all the way to Nara just for that, like I did, be aware that the show is like this. But the real star there was not the show, it was the mochi. Can I have one? Arigato. They're super soft and it's kind of hot. Ooh, what a nice texture. Look at that.
What in the world?
Wow. So soft. The powder that they put on top, it's soybean powder. And at least to me, it tastes like peanut butter, everybody. This one is delicious. One more bite. Yep, it was delicious. Now, even though this is a matcha mochi, the first thing that hits you is the soybean powder. At least to me, that tastes like peanut butter powder. But the freshness of the mochi and the texture is everything. It is so soft. Just imagine a marshmallow that came out of the fire. That's how I can explain it, everybody. On that trip, we also went to the deer park. And we got to pet some deers and have a great time. Because after that, I went to what might be the food capital of Japan. Welcome to Osaka, Japan. We're going to be experiencing one of the best cities for food in Japan. I'm excited. Enough talking about it. Let's go. That is the most popular sign. If you ever been to Osaka, everyone loves taking pictures right there. But I'm here about the food. Takoyaki may be one of the most popular street foods in Japan. If you never had it, let me give you a quick explanation. They first make a very runny batter. Now the reason it's called takoyaki is because they put a little tiny bit of octopus right inside. That octopus is already fully cooked. Then the most impressive thing for me is how they flip the takoyaki so quickly. Because once the takoyaki is nice and ready, they slather with a good amount of sauce and put bonito flakes right on top. Now, how does it taste? On the first bite, you can barely tell anything because you're mainly tasting the sauce. As you dig deeper, now you're talking. See the octopus in there, everybody? It's very soft, very tender. Slight taste of fishiness, but not too much. It's good. You will find takoyaki everywhere in Japan. I just wish they would make variations of this. Just imagine instead of using octopus, they used a little piece of Wagyu. That would be heaven. Next, another street food that you will find everywhere. So here in this shop, they have okonomiyaki, but they also have a golden ice cream. And I want to give it a try to the okonomiyaki, and my boys wants to try the golden ice cream. Seriously, gentlemen? I think my children already know how I feel about the gold stuff. Gold does absolutely nothing. And you know I'm talking about my nemesis, Salt Bae. But enough about ice cream. It was time for the okonomiyaki. Reminds me of Salt Bae, everybody. But at least here in this place, they don't charge as much as Salt Bae. So I'm gonna dress it up. Gonna add a generous amount of mayo. Oh, add some sauce. Little bit of bonito flakes, not too much. I mean, it's good because of the sauce and everything. Slightly sweet, a little bit savory. The bonito flakes definitely add some extra umami. This one in this place is not the best, everybody. I'm not gonna lie. I was so disappointed at that one, everybody, I'm not gonna lie. But if I'm being completely honest, that's 100% my fault. I should have eaten that on the most popular stall there was. But I wanted to try it right there. And a light should have blinked in my head. Come on, they're serving golden ice cream. This okonomiyaki is not gonna be the best. And if I'm being completely honest, I've made okonomiyaki before. And mine was so much better than this one. So if there's one thing I regret, is trying on that shop. But the next one blew my mind. What is this stand over here? Let's check that out. Melon bread. I've heard a lot about this melon bread. I want to give it a try and see if it's good and see what the fuss is all about. What is the most popular? Vanilla? Vanilla, okay. He puts a hefty amount of ice cream inside of the melon. It's literally ice cream and bread, everybody. It seems like it has a very crunchy exterior. Oh wow! The bread is super airy, vanilla ice cream nice and creamy, and the crust is very crumbly. This is delicious. On this trip, if there's one thing that I can say blew my mind was this one. Look, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of sweets, but this one is definitely worth it, everybody. So airy with the ice cream inside, just melts in your mouth, and you have little crumbly bits of the actual bread as you're taking each individual bite is just phenomenal. There's one thing you can always count on, it's a lot of people in Japan. Oh, time to cross the street. We've arrived to our next destination, which is this temple. There's a lot of different shops here. There's a lot of different things to do. Mainly, it's a lot of sweets, but it's a tourist attraction, basically. So yes, let's go to the temple. The amount of people that they have here is insane. If you've ever been to Japan, you know that you're gonna see a lot of crowds all the time, especially on the most popular places. That's why Shibuya Crossing is so popular. And you know where there's a lot of people, there's a lot of food. Some are really pretty and some are kind of ugly. This next one caught my attention, but apparently I was wrong. Peanut mochi? Soybean powder. 400. Okay, I want to try. You want to try it? Soybean powder mochi. Oh, that's good. I thought it was going to be like peanut butter powder. Not too sweet, very chewy, delicious. Mochi. Did you see my reaction, everybody? It doesn't even come close to the one I had fresh. And also it was tiny little bites. You can barely taste the mochi itself. It was all soybean powder. Have you ever had this, everybody? Peanut butter powder? This is what I'm talking about. Oh, that was a mistake. But if I'm being honest, it tastes exactly the same. Oh my God. Soybean powder and peanut butter powder should be exactly the same thing. But the next one was surprising. So they have these rice crackers over here. We have to try it. I have no idea what that is. Rice Japanese cracker. Besides of obviously being very crunchy, it starts off with a taste of smoky. The flavor is very mild, but it's all about the texture. You know what? After you take a few bites, you start liking it more. I'm gonna go buy another one. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but I'll tell you one thing. If there's one thing that I got addicted in Japan was that. I love the crunchiness and the smokiness that it has. It was one of my favorite snacks to have right after Family's Mart egg sandwich. But these crackers were awesome. These are good, everybody. I've been addicted to it. These are good, man. Very good. Every time I saw tanghulu on the street, I had to have it. It's literally fruit and sugar crust. The sugar coating makes it sweeter. It just makes it better, everybody. Never had tanghulu? I highly recommend. This looks very interesting. As you're walking on the street, certain things don't call your attention, but this one definitely caught mine. It is a sweet potato cake. Now that might sound weird to you, but I love sweet potato. My family was like,
why are you buying that? That makes no sense.
But as soon as I tasted it, here's what happened. So creamy. Oh my God, it's like an egg tart, but it does taste like potato. There's a glaze of sugar on the top, a little bit doughy, but not too much, and it's not that sweet at all. Notice how I made that real quick, everybody. You know why? Because my family stole it from me. It was delicious. If you ever had an egg tart, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These are actually better than a regular egg tart that I had in Hong Kong, which is supposed to be one of the most popular things to eat there. But next up, I got caught up on the trend, everybody. Sometimes you see some things online that call your attention and it sounds like it's going to be phenomenal. So I was excited, but skeptical. So I really want to try this rainbow grilled cheese sandwich, but the line is fierce, everybody. So you order here, you get a ticket, and then you pick it up on the other side. Oh wow, it is full of people. We got it, everybody, the rainbow grilled cheese. So it's literally a waffle. You can already see the color over here, but let's do what's the most important thing here. And so it is not as advertised, but let's see how it tastes. It's just a waffle with cheese, everybody. That's what it is. It's very sweet. Maybe they put extra sugar on it, but it's good. Sweet, crunchy, cheesy, colorful. It's fun to eat, but I wish you would have done the pool like they say, everybody. It doesn't do it. Yep, I was very disappointed. It wasn't as advertised, but they also had a corn dog there that was supposed to be a rainbow corn dog. Got the rainbow corn dog too, everybody. Wow. That is some weird stuff. That is weird. That one actually had more color inside. But honestly, they're just using food coloring. Even though it looks cool in the picture, when you take a bite, it's not the same thing. And if I'm being completely honest, might be one of the worst things I had in Japan. Both of them. A complete waste of time. It's a hot day, everybody. A nice, beautiful ice cream will do just fine. Even comes with a cute deer on top, everybody. Sorry, dear. It's like a milk cookie. Perfect for a hot day. Yes, the ice cream in Japan is completely different than here. Maybe they're using WAGYU cow milk. I don't know, everybody, because it tastes creamier. And it's not just this one that I have, it's everywhere. The ice cream in Japan is just different. Yes, Japan has their own way of doing things, just like this one. I found something really cool, and it's actually in the restroom. Let me show you. This is just a regular sink that you find in almost everywhere. But you wash your hands, here you rinse your hands, and then on the back, why don't we have that in the United States? Yeah, it's very convenient, and I wish we had this everywhere. And here's another example on how Japanese people do French fries a lot different than us.
Thank you.
Wow. Yep, they call that the tornado potato. And it's very good, it's very delicious, especially because they sprinkle some seasoning right on top. It's not the healthiest thing in the world, and it's not gonna kill you, but the next one will. And here's the most dangerous fish in Japan. Fugu. What happens is this fish is venomous, and if the preparation is not done properly, you will go bye-bye real quick, everybody. Now the question is, should I give this a go? Look, a lot of people say that I am an adventurous eater. True, I've done some crazy things and I like to try different things, but there's no way that I'm gonna risk my life to eat this fish. I definitely chickened out. But if you've ever been to Japan, I think you're gonna relate to the next one. Everyone that travels to Japan can totally relate to this. Yes, I wanna eat what's in there. And since it's my last day, I definitely wanna have some goodies in Family Mart, or actually any convenience store. 7-Eleven is great. And there's one thing that I really want, and that would be the egg sandwich. And if they don't have it here, I am going to flip out. They have two. That's not enough, but I'm taking it. Yes. I know you're thinking that I'm stupid right now, but if you ever had these, you would understand. You would understand. But that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks, Dow Strong, for sponsoring this video. Number one question I always get asked, what is the best way to cook a steak? Now that is a tricky question. It depends on several different factors. How thick your steak is, how fast you want to cook it, and of course, what type of steak you're cooking. Today we are covering a foolproof method that is called reverse searing. It is a great way to ensure success for 80% of steaks. If your steak is 1 inch or larger, it is perfect for it. Any thinner than that, you're better off using a front sear, which we will cover on a different video. The worst part about reverse searing though is that it takes time, but at the same time, super simple and easy to make. And the results are very consistent. And you're gonna avoid getting too much grade band, which for some people are not desirable.
I'll be using this beautiful New York strip. It is 1.5 inches thick, it has great marbling, and it's gonna be perfect for the reverse sear. However, I'm not only doing one, I'll also be doing a second one. My goal is to show you two versions, one that you can do it indoors and one outdoors. But the concept is exactly the same. Just like always, the first thing we gotta do is to season the steaks properly. I like to keep it real simple. A good amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. One of the biggest mistakes most people make whenever you're seasoning a steak is not to season them properly. I make sure to get all the edges, and most importantly, I do not let anything go to waste. The same exact thing was applied to the second steak. Rub that steak around the board and make sure you get those edges. And now that they're fully seasoned, it's ready. In order to achieve success with the reverse sear method, I highly recommend getting a thermometer. This will take all of the guessing away, so you can say that you definitely need one. Another thing that we're gonna need is a tray with a cooling rack. We want the steak to cook evenly, and a cooling rack will provide hot air throughout the whole steak. First thing to do is to make sure to insert the thermometer all the way through. Then I want to place my steak right in the middle and take it to cook it in indirect heat. The easiest way to achieve this is your oven. However, you can use anything that uses indirect heat. Even an air fryer will work just fine. You want to set it to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and it will take anywhere between 1 hour to 2. It all depends on the thickness of your steak. For the one on the grill is the same exact process. However, instead of using a cooling rack, I just laid it down on a tray so that I can take it outside. If you have a charcoal grill like mine, you don't want to light up the whole thing. We want to keep this nice and low. To be specific, at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Lighting just the edge of the charcoal is the way to go. Then I placed my steak on the opposite side and cover it up so that it can cook nice and slow. It will also take about an hour or 2.
As the steak is now cooking, I decided to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. This one is delicious, easy to make, and it pairs up perfect with steaks.
I went ahead and turned my heat source on low, and for this one you really want to use a non-stick pan. Now I added a good amount of feta cheese right on top. Made a quick little hole in the middle and dropped in a raw egg. Just like if you were cooking pasta, I went ahead and closed up the edges. Then cranked up the heat to medium-low and cover it up. In no time at all, the cheese will start melting, which is exactly what I wanted. Then I scraped up the edges back just like this. Once that was done, you can clearly see that the egg white is still not fully cooked. However, I no longer need any heat source, so I took it off the fire and covered it up so I can use the residual heat to cook the egg whites. I went ahead and seasoned it a little bit more with salt. Then I added some chili oil. I like my egg nice and runny, so for me at this stage it was ready. Next up is to heat up a tortilla, and the best way I know how is to use fire. It takes no time at all, and the char that is produced is just awesome. Once that was ready, I went ahead and dropped my cheesy crispy eggs right on top, followed by a little bit of extra chili oil, chives, and my awesome and simple side dish is now done. It does not get any easier than that, friends. We got crispy edges from the cheese, some spiciness from the chili oil, and the tortilla is just there to make everything better. This is absolutely delicious. Now by this time, my indoor steak is fully cooked. I want you to notice how it looks. Not appetizing whatsoever. Just like a sous vide steak, it needs to have a sear. And here's the most important thing so that you don't mess it up. If you're going to use a pan, make sure that it is smoking hot. I went ahead and added a little bit of oil, let it heat up for about 2 minutes. And if I'm using a pan, I always start with the fat first. This will allow it to get nice golden brown and also add more oil to the pan. Now here's where a key element comes in. I kept moving that steak every 30 seconds. I wanted to make sure that I get enough oil on it. That way it will sear quickly. The goal is to do so no longer than 1 minute per side. If things get a little bit out of hand and it starts to burn, it's totally okay to go ahead and clean your pan. Start fresh if you have to. Just don't let any burn bits interrupt you from getting the perfect steak. Once you're ready to flip on the other side, go ahead and add some butter, thyme, and garlic. This is where the magic starts happening. As soon as the butter is foaming up, just go ahead and baste. Do this as much as you can without overcooking the steak. If you don't want to use a spoon, you don't have to. You can always rotate the steak on the pan itself. This is another great technique. Once you're happy on the way that your steak looks, set it down on a cutting board and add the thyme and garlic on top. Don't forget to spoon a little bit of extra butter. Now let it rest before slicing. The one on the grill is a pretty similar process. Get that charcoal fully lit and start to sear it. We want a nice golden brown crust. As you can see, my grill grate allows me to rotate it as needed. This is fantastic because I can use cooler part of the grate anytime I need to. Flipping the steaks every 30 seconds allows me to have a visual cue of what's happening. I just kept doing this little by little until I got a nice golden brown crust that I was happy with. To finish it up, I also like to do the edges. Now this is one of the biggest advantages of the grill. That is the smoke that is produced whenever you're bousing the edges like this. It not only sears the steak edges, but it also perfumes the steak with flavor. That's all because the fat is hitting the fire and coming back up as smoke. This flavor cannot be reproduced with a pan. And once you are happy with the way the steak looks, the next thing to do is to go ahead and let it rest. As now the only thing left to do is to go ahead and slice it. And I'll tell you one thing, they come out juicy and exactly what you would want in a wonderful steak. As now the only thing left to do is to go ahead and taste.
Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Dowstrong. Dowstrong is a reliable knife company that never stops producing high quality, durable, and ridiculously sharp knives. Some of my favorite knives from them is the Gladiator series. I mean, check them out. Look at them. They're beautiful, first of all. They have a simple yet elegant design. It is extremely sharp. They feel incredible in your hands. Plus, they also have the white version, and they look
look incredible. One impressive thing about this series is the creativity on the shapes of the knives. Just take a look at this obliterator and check out the annihilator. If you ever seen a knife shaped like this, let me know in the comments because I haven't. The Gladiator series has certain shapes you should not miss out on, like this 8-inch chef knife or the 12-inch slicer right here. Another awesome thing is that this series is quite affordable. They even have value bundle offers, like this 18-piece colossal block with a total of 18 knives. That's a lot of knives, everybody. One for every single job you need. And they have the 8-piece set in white. Check them out. Everything will be on the link in the description down below for you. So thank you, Strong, for sponsoring this video. But now let's get right back to it. Dig in, Leo.
Oh man, Guga, this
so nice and juicy. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Reverse sear steak, everybody.
Come on, man.
With that kiss of the dragon, everybody, it's another level. I'm telling you right now, a complete different level. But like I said in the video, if you live in an apartment or anything like that, you can definitely do it on the pan. However, just be aware that it's gonna produce a tremendous amount of smoke and it just won't be as good.
There's just nothing you can do that beats a charcoal grilled steak. That intense beefiness plus that char smoky flavor that you get from grilling it like that, it's unbeatable. This is the reason why I don't eat chicken either, Guga.
No, forget chicken. If you enjoy chicken, everybody, I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I'm onto you, Guga. I saw that empty bowl for that side dish you had.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, Leo.
Yeah, no.
We're just making a quick video for the Guga channel. I didn't make it for everybody. It was just for my tummy, and I apologize. I owe you one.
And because of that, I'll see you later, guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Strong, for sponsoring this video. As you guys know, I have been using them for a very long time, everybody. It is a wonderful knife, and you should definitely get some. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Let me see if I can catch Leo, but I think the steaks are gone.